Professional sport can turn you into a madman. The estate I grew up on in Bermondsey,
Oh, wow.
it can go one of two ways. First experience was Millwall Academy for 6 weeks. I think I was 10.
Wow.
Cool. Came to the end of that, I got told I'm not good enough.
How do you deal with the trials, the rejection, the no's?
At that age, I probably didn't deal with it. But what I determined within myself is I'm going to be a footballer. I remember I'd go to church and after praise and worship, I'd fall asleep. My parents have presented God to me. I can either, for myself, deepen my understanding in this, or choose to go another way. People think that God and the devil are on the same level. They're not. You've gone from one of the biggest academies in the world, one of the biggest clubs in the world, to nothing. You see many people that they're drawn to, their identity is football. Who are they beyond the footballer?
Welcome back to the Come See podcast. It's me, Damio Kike, and it is my pleasure to be with you again. I have another guest in the studio with me who I will be introducing in just a moment. But just before that, remember to like this episode. It's not too early to press like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and please at whatever point during you're watching, you're listening, leave a comment because it's always so encouraging to hear your feedback. Now, my guest today is a professional footballer, so don't say I don't do anything nice for you guys. Yeah, he began his career with Arsenal at the age of 8, playing for the team for 13 years. In 2025, he was named Community Player of the Season for his dedication to his former club, Doncaster Foundation's Football Welcomes Programme, and his work in deprived areas. He currently plays for Stockport County. He is also the founder of annual event Rebirth Worship. Welcome to the Come See podcast, Joseph Olowu.
Thank you for having me.
Have I said Olowu correctly?
You said it correctly, yes.
I'm Nigerian.
Yes,
if I
yes,
didn't,
yes.
some people would disown me. Some people would disown. They're
We'd
like,
have
what?
had to-
Why are you pretending?
We've had to start again and make sure it's correct.
We'll have to do it, yeah.
It was said well.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited. We were just saying before the cameras were rolling that I'm excited for people to see the human side of you, like Joseph, aside from the footballer.
Of course.
So let's start from kind of your upbringing. You know, I think I read on Wikipedia that you were actually born in Nigeria.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I'm so excited.
Correct.
Tell me
Correct.
what you remember about your upbringing.
So yes, I was born in Nigeria, but I was only in Nigeria before the age of 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah.
So you don't remember it?
You got excited, but
Yeah, I got excited.
Yeah,
You don't
it was
remember
short-lived.
it?
Nah, not at
No.
all. Not at all. What I do remember being told from my mum and dad is that when I got to the airport, I was just running around,
Yeah.
wanted to eat everything,
Oh.
just excited to be coming
Typical.
to the UK. Hey, naturally,
Yeah.
as you do, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just threw up.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens. if you're a young kid, you're running around eating sweets, drinking whatever, and then you're
the
running
excitement
around.
was too much for you.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember? Have you been back to Nigeria since?
I have not been back to Nigeria
Hey,
since. Yeah,
you're like me. I've not been back.
It's
It's gonna be amazing when you go back.
I hope
honestly.
so. I hope so. I'm very Nigerian.
Why haven't you been? I'm shocked by that. Why haven't you been back?
Just timing and
Yeah.
like being busy with things and
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the things that Wikipedia said was that you could either play for Nigeria or England.
Correct.
But you ain't been back, so
I haven't been back, but I still very much maintain my
So,
Nigerian roots.
which one would you? Am
To
I
be
allowed
fair,
to ask?
no, you can because it's actually out there. I had this conversation probably back in 2019, I think,
Okay.
and I kind of like said, "Yeah,
You would play for
I'm
Nigeria.
playing, yeah, by the grace of
Wow.
God." That is
Son of the
it's-
soil.
It's nice. It's where I was born.
Yeah.
I speak Yoruba. I enjoy it. Yes, I do more so Yoruba. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
speak
days!
Yoruba.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so I speak Yoruba well, and it's upbringing, mum, dad.
They did amazing,
Everyone cooks. Mum cooks Nigerian food. Sisters, we all still get involved. We all still band with each other in Yoruba. Listen
That's
to Afrobeats. Your typical what's it called? The Yoruba praise and worship melody.
Yeah.
You always
Yeah.
still listen to that, you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm very much connected with my
No,
roots.
you're
Very, very
You
much
just need
connected with my
to
roots.
take a trip, and then you'll be, you know,
Yeah,
we'll give you back your passport.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. But yeah, upbringing was good. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think very early on, because initially it was my mum. She came over with me and my little sister,
Okay.
and then my big sister came and joined us, and then a few years later my dad then joined us. But very early on, I kind of understood the reality of what it was for my mum to be raising 3 children by herself.
Yeah.
Before my dad then came over, and it might sound like whoa, but me understanding that very early on, I've carried the experiences of that on with me through life, and seeing how she's had to persevere through different situations
Yeah.
and be supporting us whilst we're here, and also support my dad then when he came over. And then him now coming to support everyone, and then it's like the balance of, okay, well, everyone's together now, and then it's a bit more peace because she doesn't have to worry about him being Nigerian and things like that. So I've
Yeah.
seen both sides. Dad came over straight away, got to working. The Nigerian driver's license doesn't translate to the UK. So he went back, learnt to drive again,
Yeah.
got his... But this was happening very quickly.
Yeah.
So he wasn't waiting around to, let's leave it as it is, and then now he was very
Sounds
proactive.
like your dad was very proactive.
Very proactive,
Yeah.
very proactive. And as soon as that happened, he started working. Then very quickly, he went into... He's an engineer. So very quickly he started his own company. And that's been with him since.
That is amazing.
So very quickly I saw them. My mum's a nurse, a psychiatrist nurse, I believe.
Okay.
So I would see her go to work and come back.
Obviously, your mum did have to carry a lot of that burden on her own when your dad was still in Nigeria. But what would you say are some of the values that you gained from seeing your mum do that? You talk about, you know, you remember that really resonated with you, or that's something that is memorable for you. How do you think that impacted you, seeing her juggle that?
I think it's only as I got older that I understood better. Because when you're a kid and it's happening, you just like, we're good, we can eat, or we've got clothes on our back, and that was one thing she was very, very good at. God bless her, that she was able to not make it, the situation and the circumstance around, we weren't aware of it. But it's only as you grew up and as you understood things about life that you were like, rah, like, we were really, like, mummy was really, like, holding things down. And I think what it instilled in me as I grew up and got older was, even in the little ways, I was just very much like, my mum endured X, Y, and Z. Anything that I'm now doing that might feel tough or not, it's nothing.
Cannot be compared.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like the strength that I saw her exhibit, in all seriousness, has helped me, and I've held on to it as I've grown up, as I've encountered different situations, tough situations. But for me, being able to sit down and go, but mummy was able to do this, and keep doing this, and God was able to help her and grant her the grace and the strength to continue. That's probably, I say, her strength and her ability to never give up, and she's so loving. Everyone will say their mum has the biggest heart in the world, but I'll be very honest with you. I would genuinely say my mum has the biggest heart in the world, and she will give up probably the clothes on her back for me, my big sister and my little sister, and even for other people. That is how loving and caring and giving she is, and she learned that from her dad, God rest his soul. But that's how Grandpa was as well. He was very giving, very loving. She would always remind me that he's the connector. He'll be the one back home. Everyone will come back to the house. He'll bring everyone Christmas.
He was the base.
Plain and simple. So that's all of those attributes that I was seeing her exhibit as time went on. For me, I was like, damn, I got to 16, 17, 18. Then you look back and you're like, rah, like, okay, if mummy could endure X, Y, and Z, what I'm going through isn't half of that.
No, not at all.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We're in a very privileged position.
Do you understand what I mean? So for me, I'm very big on gratitude. I always give God thanks, because it could have been very different.
100%.
It could have been very different, you know.
How did the football, like, did that start early, or was that something
I've always loved football.
Okay.
I've always loved football. Like any little boy wants to play football, run around.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what are you doing later? Yeah, we're going to the park. What, football? Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
there. That's just how boys are. And it probably was more obvious, or it was emphasized once my dad came from Nigeria, because the estate I grew up on in Bermondsey,
Oh, wow.
it can go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Like you can let's be real.
Yeah.
Southeast London, it can go one
Yeah.
of two ways. You can either get drawn into the wrong crowd, or you can sacrifice being drawn into the wrong crowd, or sacrifice being set apart.
Yeah. The reputation.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Fitting
Give
in.
all of that up to, it might seem boring, but let me actually go and do something that I enjoy,
Yeah.
that might be worthwhile. So he came over, I remember in the summer holidays, we had 6 weeks off. He would commit to, for the 6 weeks, you're going to football.
Do you think he was like, he knew something would come out of it, or was he just doing it to occupy you?
I think in the beginning he was doing it to occupy me. I just loved playing football. So my first experience within the soccer school was a goalkeeping masterclass. So the first position I ever played as a footballer was a goalkeeper.
Interesting.
It's safe to say I think I lasted 2 days.
Right.
2 days. But
Yeah.
I thought I was it. Had the gloves, had everything, went to school.
Showed off.
I tried.
Oh,
I tried.
dear.
I was in goal. I rolled the ball to one of my friends. Yeah, have a shot. I can save it. The way the ball zoomed past me. I said, you know what? Took the gloves off. That's me.
So if there were anything happened to your goalkeeper now, you would not be the person to go and...
They'll have to ask someone else.
Someone
I'll be
else.
honest.
Someone
Someone else
do it.
has to put themselves forward.
Yeah.
It's not me that's going to be diving around. So
It's good to know your strengths and weaknesses.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You don't overstep your marks, yeah? So that was my first experience, and then from then on, it just, every summer, more often than not, soccer school.
Okay.
Soccer school.
Wow.
And as time goes on, you then start to kind of potentially see, oh, okay, there might be something in this.
Yeah.
First experience was Millwall Academy for 6 weeks. I think I was 10.
Wow.
Cool. Came to the end of that, I got told I'm not good enough. I said, aish, that's a bit harsh to tell a 10-year-old, but it happens.
Wow.
It's football.
Let's pause and talk about that for a second. How do you deal with the trials, the rejection, the no's? Because the thing is with football, everyone only sees the one yes when you finally surface.
100%.
But there are so many no's. Especially from a very young age when you're still building your character, your identity, to already, like you said, have somebody telling you at 10, you're not good enough.
I'd probably say I didn't deal with it.
Okay.
Like, if we're going to be honest about it, I didn't, because I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
All I'd been told from playing with my school team was, right, Josie, you're so good. Like,
You're the best.
Do you understand? To now going somewhere and there's players that are better than you. Okay, this is new. This is uncharted territory. Like, what we doing here? Then you then get told you're not good enough. Whoa, hold on a minute. That's like...
That was quick.
Do you understand what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
So I'd probably say, like, when I was at that age, I probably didn't deal with it. But what I determined within myself is I'm going to be a footballer. I remember in school, a teacher got all the boys around and it was like playtime, or it might have been a lesson, but we had to be outside for it. Got everyone in the circle, said, okay, we're gonna ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up, and da-da-da. First person said footballer. Second one, footballer. Third one, he said, stop. If anyone else says footballer, we're not having it. You need to think of something else to be. I just sat down and said, It came to me. Said, well, I'm going to be a footballer, but I'm also going to be an engineer like my dad. Quickly had to...
Put it in there.
I had to quickly, you know. But from then on, I look back on it now, and it was like the boldness and belief of, God, we're going to figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know how we were going to do it, but God, we're going to figure it out somehow. So it's like from that age, then I believe the experience either came later or before, but around that same time, I was just, we have to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, and thankfully, there was like Sunday league teams or Saturday league teams that the boys that I was with at like, the soccer schools, they'd be like, oh, like, you're good. Like, my mum wants you to come play for our team and this and that, but it was too far. But that's reaffirming my belief in myself that I'm actually good.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, like people actually, and they really wanted me to come and play. So in as much as that experience very early on taught me something, the experiences around it then reaffirm my own self-belief that, no, we can still make something of this. So that's probably how, in that moment,
you were dealing with it.
Yeah.
Where was faith in terms of your upbringing with your family? I know most Nigerian families are like Christian, quite religious, but when did it become like a personal faith?
Well, like you said there, we grew up in the church. Every morning, read your Bible, pray every day.
Yep.
You wake
Morning
up
devotion.
It's a must.
Yep.
It's a must.
Yeah.
Being woken up at 6 a.m. in the morning with cold water, it will do something to you. Yeah, it will do something to you.
I wonder if the water is necessary.
I don't think so.
My mum was a bit too woke, so she never did that.
Fair enough.
I wonder if couldn't just wake up.
It's a paid actor. It's just it's just there on the sideline. But it's always been at the center.
Yeah.
My mum would always, I would see her praying. I would hear her praying. So it doesn't matter what age, I can see my mum praying. I can hear her praying. She'll bring the Bible to us, or she'll give you a word for today, or maybe for Christmas or your birthday, your gift is a Bible. Okay, that's really cementing something. Like, there must be something in this.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason as to why there's the present that I get, amongst other things, bicycle, new boots, this and that. I don't get those things, but I get a Bible. What is it about this Bible that is far greater than the other gifts that I'm wanting, that I think will bring me joy and I'll be happy with? And the Bible, and around that time with the meal thing, my mum was like, just be praying, don't worry, just be praying. So every night I'll put my head down, I'll be praying. I'll put the Bible down underneath my thing. I don't know why I did this, for some reason I felt as though having the Bible underneath my pillow would
the prayer enters more.
Do you understand? Instead of me to be reading it and digesting the word, I'm sleeping with it. So but it's always been at the forefront. Always been at the forefront, and going to church was a regular thing. But for me, where I remember I'd go to church, and after praise and worship, I'd fall asleep.
That was the end of service for you.
That was it. I promise you. Every Sunday for a few weeks, bang, fall asleep, wake up, and the grace of the Lord. I said, oh, wow.
Time to go.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I would have probably been, probably at 9, 10, like young. And I sat down, said to myself, I can't be doing this. Like, I can't be coming to church every Sunday. I see people people actually engaging in this thing. I can't be coming here every Sunday and be falling asleep. And that's where my curiosity was sparked, because I started to ask the question, there has to be more. And from that moment on, it was a continuous thing of asking questions.
Yeah.
Let me actually now try and understand. My parents have presented God to me. They've brought me up in an environment that God is at the forefront. I can either, for myself, deepen my understanding in this, or choose to go another way. But I was like, let me actually let's actually look at this thing. And it's a conversation we'd have in the house, and my big sister would always say something. She'll be like, when she talks to people and says God is real and this and that, she'll be like, and they're like, nah, God's not real. She said, well, I would rather submit to God, live my life believing in him, come to the end of my life, and it not be true, than live my life as I want to, come to it, and he be real, and you're stood before him, and he says, depart from me because I never knew you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, that was something I was like, nah, you're spitting bars there still, and it's serious, because it's the harsh reality.
Yeah.
You can live your life the way you want to, but at a moment, something will happen that will ginger you to say, oof, there's a God, and that's probably from that early moment. Of course, along the way, a few other things happened. One that comes to mind, I remember when I think I was on trial as a 13-year-old. So even to correct so I signed fasting when I was 13. Okay. And I spent 8 years there.
Oh.
I don't know who on...
8:30. Oh.
So I fully understand where the Wikipedia is.
Don't believe everything you hear.
Please be careful, everybody, because... So it was probably around the age of 12. I was on trial at Charlton, and I was exhausted, man.
Yeah.
I was like, God, yo.
Was it just too demanding?
It wasn't that it was too demanding. It's like when you're knocking on the door and you've been knocking, I'm turning up to training, and I've now programmed my mind. The more I sweat, the harder I'm working. So I'm running, working hard. Then I've even got boys there like, Joes, you've been with us for a long time. Like, you must be getting signed now. So me too, I'm thinking, I must be getting signed now. So I remember I went home and I sat in my mum and dad's room, and I sat with my mum and I said to Mummy, I'm tired, man. I was like, I'm tired. Like, and I just started, and I was probably 12, and I just started crying.
Wow.
And she was like, no, don't worry. Like God's got you. Like, you're okay. And she prayed for me, encouraged me, gave me just the kind of the lift that I needed. And and then happened from then, with other people around me supporting me, great people around me, in fact. Then boom, by the time I was 13, went into Arsenal on trial, thinking nothing of it. Generally thinking nothing of it, thinking
It's just another...
Charlton didn't want me. So how is Arsenal? Of all the academies in the world, of all the players you can have in the world, why is it me being rejected from Millwall? Another place.
Yeah.
And I generally went in there, I sat down, looked around and said, oh, this is nice. Wow, this is the Arsenal, this is nice. And I said to myself, in my mind, I said, well, they give me 6 weeks. Okay, cool. At the end of 6 weeks, I'll go back to school. I'll tell my friends, hey, yo, you man.
This is what I did.
I was on Charlotte, but I didn't get in, but man was there.
Yeah.
You know? 5 weeks later, boom, called me into the office, signed, and then, so that's how, like, from that first experience and how it kind of was, how my faith and being in that environment was incorporated into my career, my belief system, and other things that I took on and kind of begin to reaffirm and just kind of meditate on.
Yeah. It's amazing what you share, because, I mean, first of all, getting signed to Arsenal is every 12-year-old Nigerian boy's dream. Just saying. Like, every 12-year-old black boy's dream, period.
Nah, we thank God.
So that's an amazing achievement. But what you shared about at 12 coming home to your mum and being like, I'm tired, is it's a revelation, because people don't see the weight of that journey to becoming a footballer. They see the height of it when you finally get up there and, you're on TV and you get the sponsorships and all those types of things, and the glamour that some people decide to go into as a result of the fame. But they don't see that when most 12-year-olds are like playing knockdown ginger, going on summer holidays and, just having fun. You already are like making big career choices as a 12-year-old. And it sounds like your faith was really the foundation that allowed you to carry the weight of that journey.
Big time.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay, so you obviously sound like you had a strong faith from a very early on. When would you say in those, church services, it started to resonate, really, it started to really land for you? Because you talk about, no longer sleeping in service.
I wasn't sleeping, we're awake.
When would you say you had that, whoa, like this is Joseph's faith now? When would you say that happened for you?
So it's interesting. And I say I went to church for many years.
Yeah.
And I did encounter God in church many times. And I think I was in the choir, I play the drums, so if I'm not on the drums and let's say it's someone older or someone else want like just a rotation, I might be at the back where the choir sit, and I'll just be like spending, but I then like just put my hands up, close my eyes and be like, okay, can we, just trying to become comfortable in worshipping God and praising
Openly.
Him, and do you know what I mean, and not feeling as though people are going to look at me like, what's he doing? Like, put your hands down. Like, what's going on over there? But I would say the moment for me, so like I said, I went to church for many years, encountered God, but the moment I'd say transformed my Christian experience was in my bedroom in 2021, after I've been released from Arsenal. So I got released from Arsenal at 21, and the agents I had at the time had said, get some first team experience. So before, maybe 18 months before I got released, I went to Cork City on loan in Ireland. First loan, I expected something else, the reality of what I met was
Something else.
very different. Loved the club though.
Yeah.
It was probably like for me, having that first experience in men's football was unbelievable.
Yeah.
One of my closest friends now, I met him whilst we were both playing for that team. Then later on went to Wildstone. So my agents at the time, they're emphasising you need to play men's football. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's nice. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, I said, I'm going to be a footballer.
Yeah.
You can't say, will it work? In school, people used to ask me, oh, like, what's your plan B? And I said, I never think, I would generally, this is, the Bible speaks on the power of the tongue.
Mm.
You know, the power, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those that know of it shall eat its fruit.
The fruit thereof.
And even, these were little things I didn't understand the power of. But people would ask me, oh, what are you going to do if football doesn't work out? And my response instantly is, no, like, that's going to work out. What am I going to do after football? That would be my response to people. And I may not have understood it or fully grasped the reality of it, but that was what I was saying. That was what I was saying. So coming back to my agent saying, okay, you need to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we're going to figure it out somehow. Don't worry. We'll tell me what you feel I need to do. We'll do it and we'll figure it out. So cool. So I'm trusting the professionals. You know, they did fantastic for me. I'm very honest with you. Did fantastic for me. It was probably just a very difficult situation at the time. But then it came to it, and then they said, yeah, game first experience. You should open this. So cool. So they're now asking this club. We don't want him. I said, okay, cool. Like, what you guys said, I should go and gain this.
Yeah.
That it should lead to this. That didn't happen. I said, okay, calm. It is what it is. Then wherever they sent me, I said, wherever you need me to go, I'm going. So
I can see that, because even when I was looking at the places you've been, I was like, wow, like that's far from Bermondsey.
Yo, I'm going because we're gonna figure this thing out one way or another.
Yeah.
So went to Livingston on trial. I think I spent a week there with them in Marbella. Didn't happen. Nothing came of it. Boom, came back. Spent probably 3 days at home. Went to Motherwell in Scotland. Trained. Got COVID. Now had to self-isolate in a hotel in Motherwell in Scotland somewhere, away from my mum, my sisters, away from family. Like, what's going on? Bear in mind, so I was only told you're only here for a few days. Didn't have enough clothes. Didn't have enough boxes. So I had to order this. Bear in mind, I've got COVID. The symptoms are slapping me. I'm in a hotel room, just shaking in bed, hot all of a sudden, cold. Yeah. So cool. Was in Motherwell for maybe two weeks, or I was there for a while.
Yeah.
Then I then saw another one of my teammates that I was with at Arsenal, who was a year above me, Michael Parker. It's like, bro, what are you doing here? Then we now end up being there together. Cool. So that's happened. Motherwell didn't happen. Said we need to see him again. I said, we're not doing this back and forth inconsistently. So left there. And this is where God's timing is very vital. And I'm a big believer that God blesses man through man. So one of the boys that I'd been with at Arsenal was 2 years older than me, very close to him. So he called me. He was like, oh, an agent wants your number. He says he's got something lined up for you. I'm a very respectful person when it comes to business and relationship with agents and stuff. So I said, okay, cool, that's all right. But he can talk to my other agents. They spoke. Then my agent got back. He said, oh, yeah, by the way, the thing he wants is for you to go in and train with Manchester United. I said, what? So this coincided with the time when Motherwell said, well, like, we're not sure.
I'm in an RN.
You understand? But he said Manchester United, they said, go in and train with the 21s. I said, my guy, I'm on the train. I'm going back. Cool, went back. A few days later, went to Manchester United. Boom, 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 boom. That's happening. But whilst I was in Motherwell, I remember walking around praying. Just praying. Like, God, I don't know how we're going to do it, but something has to move.
Yeah.
I'd be in my hotel room just praying. Consistently just praying. Before all of this had happened, I'd sat in my room and I listened to a sermon by Apostle Joshua Solomon that said, nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. Everything is spiritual. And I kid you not, I think I probably had plans that day to go and do a few things. The sermon was an hour and 45 minutes long. I sat in my room. I was thinking, I'll do 30 minutes, then I'll finish there. God said, my guy, sit down. we've got work to do. Sat in my room for 2.5, 3 hours. And that's when I say my Christian experience with God transformed completely.
You had your own personal encounter.
Serious encounter.
No keys, no singing, no...
Serious encounter. Because everything that then happened after that, I then sat down and I saw, God's hand was every step of the way.
Yeah.
Because the agent that said I should go to Manchester United, the care he had for me, bear in mind I wasn't signed to him, but he was pushing for me to go in there. And he kept checking in, how are you doing, how's things going? And his care for me, it's like, you don't know me from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, why are you sticking your neck out for my career when I might not even end up signing with you? But he was great guy, man. You know, that's my big brother. Great guy. And he was insisting, I trust, even if you don't sign with me, I want the best for your career. So end up signing with him. And the way God orchestrated that, I now understand. From sat in my room on the bed, taking down notes, to now the day that I went up to Doncaster. Even that day itself, the day before I was going to Doncaster, I was meant to go to Northampton to sit in on trial and whatnot. All the trains going to Northampton cancelled.
That's crazy.
I'm going back home thinking, God, what are we doing, man? Called my mum. Oh yeah, mummy, they said this. Okay, it's right, just come back home. One of my close friends, that's an agent, he called me. He was with the former agency I was with. He called me, said, Doncaster said they're going to send an offer through. It's not a lot, but it's something. I said, yeah, calm. Like, what is it? Got home. Said, yeah, they've sent it through. I had a look. I said, okay, calm. Okay, but my foot's in the door. Cool. Went home, packed all my bags, told my mum, told my uncle. Everyone said, okay, cool, let's go. Told everyone. Boom. Next morning, was in the car, driving 2.5 hours up to Doncaster. Signed on the Friday.
That's
trained
crazy.
with the team. On the Saturday, I started in the league against Wigan. So I went from missing the train
That's crazy.
up to Northampton on the Thursday.
That's crazy.
To within 2 days signing for Doncaster, then starting in League One at the time. I was like, damn. So from that moment on my bed to that moment and every moment thereafter, it's like, yeah, God, this is your hand, man.
Yeah.
Because they only gave me a contract for 3 months. They said, if you make 10 starts, then I was like, these people are really asking me to do a lot here, you
Pressure.
know. Things that me, I'm looking like, I'll try. That's all I can do. God loves to try, Sha.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Does.
You know. Then that happened, and after 4 appearances, not 4 starts, 4 appearances, yeah, we need to offer Joseph a new deal.
That's crazy.
And then that happened. Then I let my now agents be the ones to negotiate and do that one. So that was what, and for me, that 2021 has stuck with me because I understood what it felt like to be in a position where, cool, you've gone from one of the biggest academies in the world, one of the biggest clubs in the world, to nothing for 2 months.
Yeah.
That you're begging people, just please, hey
Just
Joe,
give me a try.
you know, hey Joe,
Just let me through the door,
like
man.
mercy, you know. To then how everything then worked out. So for me, that experience in my room has stuck with me, and it's been something that I consistently keep at the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the themes of that, from that sermon and that encounter, that God continues to remind you of? Like, even now, obviously that was when you were 21, even now, what are some of the themes from that encounter? What is it that God is like? You know how throughout the Bible, Israel has to keep being reminded, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah,
God is like, go and check my credentials. Go and remember what I
Every
did for
time,
them. Like,
100%.
he keeps, but I feel like as believers, God does that for all of us. Like, he'll be like, damn, remember when I did that? And that. What would you say from that 2021 encounter are the things that God is like, check my credentials, Joseph? Like, I've done it before.
The spiritual controls the physical.
Yeah.
Like, nothing can be physically before it's sanctioned in the realm of the spirit. So it's like the earth as we have it until God spoke, it couldn't become a thing. Like, we're sat here.
Yeah.
Until God determined this would be a thing,
Yeah.
it couldn't happen.
I love that.
Anything around us that we see, if God does not place his hand, and it's even if so, this is the beauty of God and the depth of the spiritual realm, because even an evildoer can't do something until it's been licensed in the realm of the spirit. If they don't have permission to do something, there's no physical power they can try, and they're not allowed to. They don't have jurisdiction in that area. So it's like, and the enemy doesn't have jurisdiction in many areas.
That's crazy.
I
love the way you're breaking that down.
You have to give him permission.
Access, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But that access is spiritually. There has to be an avenue. So there has to be a crack in your spiritual kind of...
spiritual armor, if you like.
Do you understand? Bang on. That allows him... It can be at the slightest... Boom, I've got access. But if you withhold that from him, the enemy has no power. You know, I remember hearing something, someone was saying that people think that God and the devil are on the same level. They're not. God is here.
Yeah.
The devil is very much below him. If they're on the same level, then God will be competing with the devil first. Yeah. God doesn't do that. God is as he is. Do you know?
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'd say, is that the spiritual controls the physical. You know, if you desire something and God shows it to you in a dream, or he places it on your heart, he's prompting you to do something about it. It's the same thing if you have a dream that God's giving you a warning. You know, he reveals to redeem.
Yeah.
He's wanting you to do something about it. And for me, that's the biggest thing, that the spiritual controls the physical. So it's like, okay, what are the spiritual practices we can consistently do? Pray, worship, read his word, meditate on his word. You know, some people can meditate on other things. The Bible does us meditate on his word.
Yeah.
Do you know, that this law of the like his
the book shall not depart.
You know,
yeah,
that it will stay with you.
Yeah.
That you must meditate on it day and night.
Come on.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'd say is every time.
Yeah.
The spiritual controls the physical.
And you know what? Even as you're sharing your journey, I think what I'm learning from the reason why God is teaching you that in that room, that hotel room.
It was at home.
In your bedroom.
Yeah,
sorry, in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Is you're a footballer. So your body is the vehicle that you use to perform, to do your work. And so God helping you to understand that actually the physical is not priority.
100%.
Is like the most important lesson
100%.
for you, because
Yeah.
everywhere you go, you're being told, oh, is he in form? Has he had injuries? Like everything is about your physical form. So you then learning, having that revelation that, oh, there's a back end to this is like, it is transformative, isn't it? It is transformative. Football and Christian faith, there seems to be a lot happening at the moment. You know, a lot of footballers are communicating about, you know, their faith in God. But even before this recent kind of increase, sport and faith seems to go so well. Why do you think that is? That a lot of athletes seem to have like a strong faith?
Because you have to believe in something, man.
Other than yourself.
You have to. It's almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's very difficult to try and the emotions you go through. You need something greater than you to trust in, that's consistent, to keep you grounded.
Yeah.
And for me, that's God.
Yeah.
The emotions, the way it fluctuates. If I tried to neglect God or take God out of the equation and just moved on my own emotions, professional sport can turn you into a madman.
Yeah.
The environments you can go into,
or a monster, even
100%, it can destroy you from the inside out because of the lack of grounding.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that's why because you have to have something. I know God is consistent. God's never changing. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. What does that tell us? The world changes. Once we had AI. No, once we didn't have AI.
Yep.
Now we have AI.
Now it's everywhere.
Do you understand? Once it was, you have to pedal for your cars. You have to vroom to the cars to be moving.
Now they're talking about self-drive.
As in, like, the world's changing.
Fast, yeah.
And if we almost, thank you, Holy Spirit, if we base our whole identity and our belief system on something that consistently changes, you're not grounded in nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you base your belief system in God that never changes, the Bible's been the same.
Yeah.
It's been translated, and people argue this, they've taken things out.
Yeah.
But the premise of the Bible remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell me, there's always new discoveries in medicine. So even the things that should be helping your body is always changing. They're telling you, we've gone this way now.
Yeah.
We saw that this used to work, but we found a better technique. What should we believe in?
There was years ago, smoking was supposed to be a good thing.
But now it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Weed was the worst thing ever, but now it's medicinal.
Recreational.
Everything is moving too quick.
Yeah.
So, especially within sports, because of the toll it has on you physically, emotionally, mentally, I feel as though you have to find your identity in something greater than you, because that's what's going to keep you grounded. Because you see many people that they're drawn to, their identity is football.
Yeah, yeah.
If they didn't have football, who are they beyond the footballer? But if you know my identity isn't in this thing, I am blessed and opportune to be in this position, but that's not my identity.
Yeah.
My identity is in Christ, something that's more tangible. So I always say football's my career, but it's not my purpose. So my purpose is greater than my current state, is greater than just football. If my purpose was tied to football, when I'm done being a footballer, you're done. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But if my purpose is tied to something greater than football, cool. Football, it almost allows you've got freedom now. You probably perform better because I'm not worrying about a bad pass.
It's not make or break.
Do you understand? Yeah. I can go home, get on the phone to my boys, get on the phone to people that I care about and be chatting to them like, man, it's upsetting, but it's not the end of the world because there's more than this thing that people want me to put my identity into, but I refuse to do that. So I feel that's why it's always been around, because you need to center yourself on something greater than you, that's constant and consistent, that's not physical. So
that's so powerful, and it applies to every role, title. Even if you're in the church and you're a pastor, a full-time pastor, that can't be your purpose, because 100%. God can say, okay, now I want you to do something else. You know, and you can't have a identity crisis because God has repositioned you, you know. So what you're sharing is really, really, really encouraging. What would you say to a generation who is very obsessed with fame, visibility, popularity, likes, Instagram, TikTok, this influencer culture? No shade on influencers, like they have their place. But what would you say to a generation navigating that?
It's tough. It's tough because that's where society has gone. And this is like the new age. This is a new reality of life.
Yeah.
We can't avoid it. We can't be without it almost, Some people have almost become very reliant on it. As like we're saying, they build and form their identity on a online persona.
Yeah.
But that's not real life. I was having this conversation with the physio at the club yesterday, and I was just saying to him how a lot of young people and stuff, for them it's like they didn't have. So growing up, I used to go to the park, to the playground, or I might kick the ball around and I'll
touch grass.
Do you understand
like
what I'm
real
saying?
Life.
Actually, fresh air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just be looking at four walls or a screen.
Yeah.
And it's little things that you learn in terms of being able to communicate with people. I was saying if I've got a bike and someone just goes, oh yeah, like, can I take your bike to the park? You have to assess him. Can I? Are you shady? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Trusting someone. Okay, they take it to the shop and then they come back with it. Okay, I can maybe trust you. Tomorrow, all right, bring my, okay, we might get along, we might be able to vibe together.
Yeah.
But this is happening in real time. Then you come across other people, they might take someone else's bike and don't bring it back, and now they want to take it back. Nah, bro, you can't have my bike.
Yeah.
I saw what you did to my man's bike and you didn't bring it back. Nah, I'm not. Do you understand? You're having those experiences in real time. And it's remarkable because you don't understand it in the moment, but looking back on it, you're like, I was learning how to negotiate, to manage relationships. I was learning how to talk to people. But kids nowadays, they've grown up on Fortnite. And it's very unfortunate that, and there's no shade on Fortnite, it's a great game. But what I'm saying is they've grown up on things that don't encourage them to be outside.
Yeah.
And it's sad because there was a moment in time in COVID where everything was locked down for about 2-3 years. And there were some kids, the years that they should have been outside, learning how to navigate relationships, people, just being outside, knowing the areas to go to and not to go to, self-awareness, like spatial awareness, emotional awareness, all these little things that they should have been able to learn because of the constraints in that moment in time, they weren't able to. So I can't blame them.
Yeah.
I can't blame them, But the encouragement I can give them is, like, get out.
I love that.
Do you know what I mean? Like generally go
Touch
outside.
grass.
Do you know what I mean? Like, actually go outside, breathe in some fresh air.
Yeah.
But it's tough because there's the world that I knew growing up isn't the world I see now.
And you know what? Every generation says that, but I don't think it's ever been more true.
100%. 100%. Because it's polar opposites.
Yeah.
Polar opposites. Like, you don't know if you ask. Like, we could go to school. I remember it got to where my big sister went to uni. Not uni, sorry, secondary school. So it was me and my little sister going to school. So probably 7 and 6, or a bit younger. And it's just me and her walking to school. But we're calm because everyone else is doing this. The society at the time meant that parents trusted. Are you walking?
There was community.
Do you understand? As they're going, I might bump into one of our friends. Or I'll wait for you. What, are you going to school? Like, what time are you going to be? 8, like 8 o'clock. Okay, cool. Like, meet me here. Then you walk together.
Yeah, there's collective responsibility.
Do you understand? Everyone's looking out for everyone.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's not the same way. You can't trust that your 7-year-old is going to walk from your estate to school and make it. Because there's very strange people out there.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Like, there's people out there that they don't have good intentions, and it's a balancing act of, we need to expose the younger generation to real life experiences, but also protect them
from the reality of this day and age.
So it's almost a catch-22.
Yeah.
Because we need you to be outside, but we need to, don't be outside too much.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's tough. If I'm being very honest with you, it's tough. Like I said, the only thing I can say is, like, just get out more.
Yeah.
Or try and find older people that live in reality, that are willing to give you time and conversate with them and talk to them. And that's something I try and do with younger boys. I try and, as much as possible, reach out to, if it's family, friends, or people within church, just try and reach out to them and try and meet up with them. And I know what it was like being their age. I may not have known what it was like being their age in this time, but I was once your age.
Yeah.
The constraints are very different. Social media is very different. The accessibility to one another is very different.
Yeah.
But in some way, some shape or form, I can try and help you.
Absolutely.
As much as I can.
Yeah.
So my own is get out and try and find older people that have kind of lived in an earlier time where it was normal to go out. And just kind of like gravitate to them and just hopefully ask them to take you under their wings and see what comes of it, you know.
Yeah, it's biblical to gain wisdom from an older generation. I think one of the things that you shared about COVID and the fact that we were locked down, literally, those are the words, is that when you think about the way the world is now, and I think about my day-to-day life, working from home, social media, everything is, just on my phone.
Yeah.
It's almost like the world had a trauma response to COVID and was like, I never want to be like traumatized by
100%,
a lockdown again. So
100%.
we're still locked.
Yeah,
we're still locked down.
Yeah, that's deep.
We're still locked down.
That's deep.
So yeah, I think we have to be very intentional about not allowing a changing world, like you were saying, to be the determining factor in how we live our lives, and the values that we place on our careers, our future, our identity.
Of course.
Our time is fast spent, and I'm really grateful that you came in to share your journey. Tell us very quickly about Rebirth,
Yes.
worship.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to hear about that.
Rebirth, for me, like we're saying, worship is something I've always grown up loving.
Yeah.
And back to 2021, understanding the importance of worship and prayer and all these things just kind of blossomed and grew. And for me, worship is, I said in an earlier video, when we were recording, trying to help people understand what the heart behind Rebirth is, was that for me, the experience I get from being in my room, listening to worship, praying, encountering God in my secret place, I almost want to bottle up that feeling, that moment, and create a space where people can also experience just that in their own way. And I love music. I've got a big heart for, like you say there, with what footballers are doing in professing their faith. It was a conversation I was having, that God requires the church to be in the place where we're professing our faith boldly.
Yeah.
Not gathering as this church, this church, this church, this church. That's not what... So it's almost it's funny, but it's almost so God has gone out of the church and said, well, the footballers are going to be loud and bold about it. And they're not tied to anyone.
Yeah.
But they lift me up. And they emphasize me. And they bring glory to my name.
Yeah.
Not to a particular church's name.
Yeah. Come on.
But it's what the church have needed to do. When we say we're one body.
Not
body,
one denomination. Not 10
denominations. Do you understand? Like, we're one body.
Yeah.
And it is so important. Like, my heart for it is like, is so strong, because I know the influence and the impact the church can have.
Yeah.
There's a young generation now that they need the church. Not in the form of different church. They need the church. The church that Christ is coming back for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the church that we are portraying and putting out there for people to accept. They need the unconformed church. The church of the Bible. That's speaking the gospel. That's the church that there's a generation that is hungry. Because they don't know who they are. And they're tired of external things telling them who they are. So they're now coming into the church because they want the church to lead them to God, so that God can tell them who they are.
Come on.
Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, it's such a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we can do so much more. So much more. And that's why I say, God has said, well, you guys you'll understand soon. But whilst you're understanding, the footballers will be doing... Do you know what I'm saying? And the athletes will be lifting my name up.
Yeah.
But the church is understanding. And the church is awakening to this. And for me, Rebirth is creating that space. I say it's a church without walls.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Rebirth being confined to a particular denomination.
Yeah.
Or to a particular church building.
Yeah.
Or we only associate with these people, with that people. Not at all. That's not the body of Christ. That's not what Christ is coming back for. He's not only coming back for this denomination, that denomination, this church, that church. He's not going to look at one church and, there's only 20 people there. They're not big enough.
Yeah.
He's coming back for people that are, I would say, they that worship God must worship him in spirit and in truth. You know, and rebirth is just giving people that opportunity. There's many rules that the church, the building, people have placed. If you come to church, you have to close your eyes, or, of course, come before his presence with reverence.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a way to usher people into the presence of God, and not many people understand that. People think if you're not praying aloud, if you're not singing aloud, if your hands aren't up here, if you're not crying, if you're not on your knees, then you're not worshipping God. Worship him how I see fit. Worship, that's wrong. Your experience of God is different to my experience of God.
Yeah.
My experience of God is different to that of yours. One thing I encourage people, we had the last worship night 2 weeks ago now. One thing I went up, and it's a big thing, and I just said to him, I said, if you sit down for the whole time, and that is how God ministers to you, then you've met with your Father. If you cry the whole time, you've met with your Father. If you shout, you scream, you jump up, you jubilate, you laugh, you've met with your Father. Because the way God meets with us in secret is not the same way.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the biggest thing and the biggest reason as to why I felt led and pushed to start Rebirth. Because I truly believe that God is crying out for the church to wake up.
Yeah.
That we're primed, we're in great positions. Let's just wake up.
Yeah.
And let's begin to sincerely lead people to God. You know, of course you have different things of the heart of man is wicked. So people say, well, but if you say your God is good, why does this person? That's not God. The nature of man, because of the Adamic nature, is wicked. So if you're looking at God through the lens of man, of course you're going to see wickedness.
Yeah.
But if you look at God through the lens of God, you're going to see a good Father.
Yeah.
A merciful Father, a loving Father. And for me, that's the biggest message that I always want to portray with Rebirth and express to people. Look, it's a space to come as you are. Please come as you are.
Yeah.
Please come as you are. Really come as you are. I'm not a believer in this gimmick of, come as you are, and then we'll look at you at the door.
We're not letting you in.
No, come as you are.
Literally.
The church is a hospital. If we're called to go out and evangelize and bring people into church, it's a hospital. Who goes to hospitals? Sick people. Sick people don't look well.
Yeah.
They come into the church. They come into a hospital, let me say. They receive treatment and they leave well.
Yeah.
Likewise, the church. They come into the church. They may not be well. They won't look well. But they receive enlightenment from God. They meet with him. They receive transformation. They receive his power. Then they leave well. You know? And so, like I say, I genuinely mean it. Rebirth is come as you are.
And hopefully it'll be back next year.
It will be.
Because we've had it this year.
It will be. We have a few other things in the pipeline.
Okay. If it's out by the time we release this episode, we'll put it in the description box. Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joseph, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for sharing your journey and inspiring us. I'm really grateful. I do not take it lightly. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, honestly. Thank you very much for the platform.
And thank you for listening. We had a footballer, guys, so I better see people in the comments because, we did. God actually did a big one because it was not me, trust me. But thank you so much for listening. Please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment to encourage Joseph in what he's doing. And until next time, God bless.